compared to the internet that took 7 years,
compared to the internet
and then
that
fast
took
forward
7
to
years,
ChatGPT,
and then fast forward to
2 months,
ChatGPT
to reach
that took
100
2
million
months
users,
to reach
100
The
million
fourth
users.
largest U.S. tech companies
invested
US
around
tech
$200 billion
invested around
in
capital
$200
expenditure
billion
last year.
in capital
And there were some
expenditure
discussions of how
last year.
costly it was
And there
to
were
put a
some
man on the
discussions
moon.
of how costly
But in
it was to put a
comparison,
man on the moon.
but in comparison,
Adjusted for inflation,
the cost
adjusted
of the
for
entire
inflation,
Apollo program
the cost of
during
the
a
entire
decade,
Apollo
every
program
single
during a
year,
decade,
that is the
every
equivalent
single
of the
year,
investments
that
we are
is the
seeing
equivalent
from some
of
of
the
the
largest
investments we are
parties,
seeing from some of the
companies.
largest party.
AI will
companies.
redefine the foundations
AI will
of productivity,
redefine the foundations
public
of
services,
productivity,
defense,
healthcare,
public
and
services,
energy systems.
defense, healthcare,
The question
and
is
energy
not
system.
whether this transformation
The question is
will
not
happen.
whether this transformation
The big question is
will
who
happen.
shapes it. The
And
big
on what
question is
values
who
and
shapes
rules.
it.
And this
and
is
on
the
what
reason why
values
Sweden
and
together
rules.
with
And this is the
Zambia
reason
took
why
leadership. Sweden together with
in
Zambia
the
took
UN
leadership
project for the
in
global
the
framework
project for the global
digitalization,
framework,
the global
digital compact. So what can Sweden bring to the table? I would say it's 4 things. Number 1, energy. We have a magnificent energy system, almost 100% fossil-free electricity. We have an abundance of it, a large surplus, and we are now investing heavily in nuclear power, which means we will adding a lot of baseload in the years to come. We've moved politics out of energy policy and put physics, the laws of physics back into it. The second one is skills and talent, and a unique way of combining both private sector, public partnerships, and of course academia. The third is a different type of European leadership, prepared to be inspired by that of India, with the type of innovative improvement that we are seeing for regulatory framework, moving away from the micromanagement that we have seen in some of the European framework and lawmaking this far. And fourth, but not least, trust. If you make a deal with a Swede, that's a handshake you can trust. You know what you're going to get. And speaking of trust, democracies need to cooperate. India provides the incredible scale and speed, the very engine of this movement. Europe and Sweden can provide precision and trust in many ways, the filter that ensures that what we extract is the amrit, the nectar of progress for all of us. And just as Lord Vishwakarma unified divine vision with practical tools, we must unify the human heart with machine power. We must not see AI as a replacement of the human spirit, but as a power multiplier for human dignity. When we combine India's digital scale with Sweden's systematic trust, we do more than just build code. We build a future where technology never outruns our values. So let me conclude by saying the future of AI should empower our people and our planet's shared prosperity. Thank you so much for listening, and welcome to Sweden.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, drawing from the ancient Indian heritage, so many points that you took out of the ancient Indian heritage. Thank you very much for that. I now invite the Right Honorable David Lammy, MP, Deputy Prime Minister, Lord Chancellor, and Secretary of State for Justice of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The floor is yours.
Namaste, and thank you so much. And thank you to Prime Minister Modi for hosting this hugely consequential summit and for building on the momentum that we began at Bletchley Park under former Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. It has been said before our session by the Vice President of Guyana, by the Prime Minister of Mauritius and the UN Secretary General, that it is fitting that the first ever AI summit in the Global South is here in India, and that you have chosen to put the spotlight on addressing the global AI divide. Because how we close that divide will not just shape future technology, but clearly future opportunity. And this technology must benefit people, it must protect our planet, and it must accelerate progress for all of us, not just the few, because there are two paths before us. The first would see AI concentrating wealth and power in ever fewer hands, leaving millions jobless and voiceless, and society diminished as a result. If we follow this path, AI will be used to threaten our national security, to exacerbate violence against the most vulnerable, and particularly women and girls, and to isolate and to divide us. But there is a second path, a path to a better future, a future where AI is used to benefit us all, where it's used to break down class boundaries, upgrade our public services, power great companies to provide better goods and services, to cure diseases, to tackle climate change, reduce inequalities, educate, and to enrich, and to take the global community forward. But we have to actively make that choice and back our words with action now. Because if we don't choose to run down the second, we will sleepwalk down the first path. Previous leaps that we've made forward unfolded over decades, from the Industrial Revolution to the dawn of the internet. There was time to learn and to evolve. But we do not have that luxury today. AI is here, and in just a few short years, its impact will rival, even exceed, those earlier revolutions. It is already affecting people's lives multiple times a day, in our phones, our search engines, GPS. It's changing how we bank, how we work, and the content that we see. We have to get it right, and we have to do it together, and we have to do it now. So we must get AI safely into the hands of as many people as possible. We must make sure we remain vigilant to the risks and make sure the benefits of this revolution are felt by all of us. And India and the UK are already leading the way. We are partners in history and partners in progress. It is a partnership that benefits both our peoples, but it can also drive the world onwards through the Technology Security Initiative our Prime Minister's launched, through our Joint Centre for AI, and through our investment in the Connectivity and Innovation Centre. We're making real progress to push the world down that second path. And we are working together to innovate and test emerging technology and develop responsible and trustworthy AI across key areas like health, climate, and fintech. And because the UK is determined to be a global leader in AI, just over a year ago, we published an ambitious AI action plan, and we're developing it at pace. We've established the AI Security Institute to give users and policymakers the confidence to realize the benefits of AI, and it's a model already being emulated by other countries, as we've heard. And we've launched our AI for Science strategy to retain our position of scientific global leadership. And with a specific mission to accelerate drug discovery, we formed a new partnership with Google DeepMind to help to turn cutting-edge AI into real benefits for working people, including a plan for the company to open its first automated research lab in the UK this year. And last month we went further, announcing our ambition to make the UK the fastest AI adopter in the G7. But like India, the UK isn't just adopting AI. We are seeking to shape it so that it improves people's everyday lives and the positives that are enabled so that all will benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency, for your very positive remarks. With this, I now yield the floor to Mr. Michael Crassios, Director, Office of Science and Technology Policy, White House of the United States of America.
Thank you so much for hosting us, and good morning to everyone here, and my greetings to all of my colleagues from around the world. We are gathered in New Delhi this week because we know that artificial intelligence is a foundational technology. It's one that will define the future of economic growth, national security, and global competitiveness. The United States has set the gold standard in developing general purpose and frontier AI capabilities. And we are doing everything we can to take the opportunity for American AI technologies, standards, and governance models to be adopted worldwide. We believe sharing this technology will strengthen relationships with our allies and create new partnerships with the nations of the world. Giving your people the best tools for building a better tomorrow means adopting components of the American AI stack. By packaging the stack and making it available to partners through our American AI Exports program, we seek to take concrete steps to secure a peaceful future of shared prosperity for all of us. The American AI stack includes AI-optimized hardware, such as chips and servers, data center storage, cloud services and networking, data pipelines and labeling systems, AI models and programs, security and cybersecurity systems, as well as AI applications for specific use cases, such as software engineering, education, healthcare, agriculture, and transportation. We want all of these to be available to all of you. The gap in AI adoption between advanced and developed economies is sure to be a major topic in our conversations today. A haves and have-nots framing, however, risks distracting from what should be the main point of international AI dialogue. Realizing AI's transformative potential to benefit our citizens requires every government to prioritize adoption and strategic deployment of the best AI technology. The American AI Exports program is built on this belief and the confidence that both developed and developing countries can build a sovereign AI capability if given the chance. In my remarks tomorrow, I look forward to discussing America's AI leadership and international AI adoption, the rejection of global AI governance and the pursuit of real sovereignty, and the opportunity of nations to join America as partners to build the AI future for their peoples. I'll also be announcing some new AI initiatives expanding and strengthening our American AI Export program. For too long, leaders of developing countries faced a choice between largely symbolic gestures that came with an ideological lecture and one-sided but practical investments from unreliable and dangerous actors. This has undermined America's interests and failed to help you in ways that have increased independence rather than dependence. But under President Trump's leadership, America has rethought how it advances international development, especially in the digital age. We are replacing outdated models of global aid with bold win-win partnerships to deliver real, lasting impact. As Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said, building an international development enterprise that promotes America's interests means prioritizing trade over aid, opportunity over dependency, and investment over assistance. The American AI Exports program is a practical expression of this belief, and thanks to President Trump, American AI is open for business. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. I now request His Excellency Mr. Chen Jiachang, Vice Minister, Ministry of Science and Technology of the People's Republic of China. Floor is yours.
Okay.
We don't see.
OK， 谢谢主席。尊敬的各代表团团长、女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家好。首先，我对峰会的召开表示祝贺。当前，人工智能快速发展，已成为引领新一轮科技革命和产业变革的重要力量。中国国家主席习近平强调，中国愿同世界各国一道，把握数字化、网络化、智能化发展机遇，深化人工智能发展和治理国际合作，为推动人工智能健康发展、促进世界经济增长、 增进各国人民福祉而努力。中国积极拥抱智能变革，持续打造以企业为主体、以市场为导向、以应用为牵引、以科研为依托、以人才为根本的创新生态，加快发展新质生产力。中国人工智能创新成群体性突破之势，成为全球人工智能专利的最大贡献国。中国生成式人工智能用户达5.15亿人，普及率达36.5%。2025年，中国人工智能的产业规模也在不断的增长。中国以开源惠世界。今天上午开幕式上，马克龙总统提到了中国的一款开源软件 DeepSeek。现在我也很高兴地介绍，中国产业界也打造了 AI 模型的开源社区魔塔，已汇聚超过14万多个多模态开源模型，服务全球超2000万的开发者。开源有助于可及性，开源有助于共享，开源有助于透明。2023年，习近平主席提出全球人工智能治理倡议，致力于通过对话与合作凝聚共识，构建开放、公正、有效的全球治理机制，促进人工智能技术造福人类。主张各国应当弘扬人类命运共同体理念，坚持以人为本、智能向善、公平普惠、协同共治等原则，加强人工智能全球治理，加强国际合作，让科技进步惠及全人类。2025年，中国国务院总理李强在联合国总部提出人工智能加国际合作倡议，呼吁加强政策交流和务实合作。2024年，中国发布了人工智能能力建设普惠计划。我们期望通过技术合作与资源支持，推动全球南方国家人工智能领域均衡发展。女士们、先生们、朋友们，中国愿与各国一道，共同落实联合国加强人工智能能力建设国际合作决议，助力全球南方国家人工智能发展，愿在人工智能领域与各国共推发展，共同发展，共护安全，共享成果。中国已连续多年举办世界人工智能大会，也邀请各国有识之士以共商促共享，以善治促善治。2006年，中国将在上海继续举办世界人工智能大会，也真诚地欢迎和邀请各国政府代表、国际组织负责人和各界人士参加。中国愿与各方携手，推动全球人工智能发展和治理，共同构建人类命运共同体。谢谢大家。
Thank you very much, Excellency.
This would go
We now
across
invite His Excellency
our
Mr.
AI
Meher
is
Gevorg
that
Mantasyan,
simply in creating
First
a-
Deputy Minister of High Tech Industry of the Republic of Armenia. I also want to make a small announcement that given the very big representation that we have here, and given the time constraints, any honorable minister or any excellency would like to place the statement on record, we can always publish it digitally in case you have any time constraints or travel plans or travel constraints. Thank you very much. Floor is yours, Mr. Mantasyan.
Thank you very much. Namaste. And I want to join the congratulations for the already successful arranged gathering, and I want to use the momentum to appreciate how it is important and crucial for this moment to have this gathering and discussion about the technology which is shaping not just our present, the future, but will also shape most probably the trajectory of our civilization. The technology which has so much power that unity and the conversation around this in a trust is an important to shape the next steps where we will move all together. I want to also say thank you for everyone who contributed here, and also to highlight the importance that we are joining the resolution which was released during this gathering. And having the time concerned as well, I will try to keep it very short to give the floor for a lot of people in the next. I want to say that without trust, we can't build anything. The dialogue is, to start any dialogue, you need to have a trust and believe that it's meaningful. It's an amazing to see so much people around here and having the willing to have the dialogue. To be honest, a lot of important things already are mentioned from all the excellencies and the high officials already talking before, and we want to like to join all of them. But I would like to mention that in the country of Armenia, with the 3 million population, we are very focused on developing the AI application for our public governance. And the philosophy here is that AI is a tool which is helping the humankind to make a decision. So we are not on a direction that we want to outsource the decision making to the machine, but we want to empower the people, decision makers, to use the tool for their processes in their life circle. And in this spirit, as long as we're talking, the politics sometimes is very not fast. I'll frame it this way. The safety of the young people, it's still there. And there was two examples during the gathering before. I want to give you, we have in the country the Center for Creative Technologies, when the teenagers learning how to code and use the technologies. And already some of these kids, by themselves, exploring the technology, giving one of the best advices how to use the AI in their daily life, and what trust and how to use in their educational pipeline. I think the responsible officials need to think how to help this accelerating the decision-making processes to enable for the future generation, where we feel the responsibility very strongly. And I think in this conversation, I appreciate that AI brings so much people to talk about these values, the human-centric values, which is so much common. I don't remember when it was discussed in the past, but this conversation are opening up the floor for the bringing the values closer. And I think we need to appreciate that this topic brings everyone closer. With this saying, I just want to add that in country for Armenia, we, after the visit of the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, was announced a very impressive $4 billion investment in the infrastructure. Infrastructure is an important commodity already, but the application is more important for the AI GPUs, which we will have. And we're seeking the best way to contribute for having the environment safer and secure for everyone, and to help to use the AI to increase our productivity and live longer life, because we could do more things in a fixed time. By this, I want to conclude and say thank you everyone who joined and contributed in these discussions, and we are very keen to work together to build a safer and more and best place for the human. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. I now invite the Honorable Dr. Andrew Charlton, MP, Assistant Minister for Science, Technology and the Digital Economy of the Commonwealth of Australia. Floor is yours. He's not there. We can take the next and then come back. Yeah. In that case, may I now invite His Excellency Mr. Alexander Prohl, LLM, State Secretary at the Austrian Federal Chancellery, responsible for digitalization of the Republic of Austria. Excellency.